non-binary. There was no way I was going to do that with a straight face. Helium tastes weird. Okay. Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back. Shh, balloon. Shh. It's really loud. Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to 2023. I'm so excited for this year. There's so many exciting things, and this is the first video of the year, which I'm also really excited about. I'm also really excited for what we're going to be doing in this video. But before we get into today's video, I have a handful of announcements to make. Number one is a pretty obvious one. The little animation intro before I started talking is different now. For those of you who've been here for a while, you know that every year I like to change up the theme of my channel. So the profile picture, the little intro at the beginning, and the channel banner. So that has obviously changed. The second one is I have New Year's products to show you. For those of you that for some reason may not know, I have a website where I sell the original of my artworks that you see in the background of my videos, except for this one because I am not in front of my wall of paintings. Also prints of that artwork. And I also sell handmade jewelry. I have a little sale going on right now in my store for the new beginning of the new year. I am having a 10% discount on any holiday collection jewelry that came from last year. So that includes the Christmas collection from last year and the Halloween collection of last year. When you go to checkout, there will be a place to put a coupon code, which that code is NewBeginning23. You will get a 10% discount on each of those items that are part of the Christmas or Halloween collection. Now, if you follow me on Patreon, you already knew this. You already had early access to the code. You already knew about this. This is not new information. In fact, you would have already known that I had changed the intro. You would have known things that other people don't. For those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it basically is a platform where you can subscribe to someone's membership thing that they've created, such as mine, and you get access to behind-the-scenes content or early access to things, or just like general, I don't know, you're privileged. You're privileged to know what's going on, not in these videos and not what I post on Instagram. I'm very excited to start this Patreon, as it's another way for you to support me and my journey, and also just a better way for me to share what I'm doing and be closer to you guys. And it would mean a lot if you were to go check out my Patreon and support me in that way as well. Anyway, I think that's all of my announcements. Hopefully I explain those well, and when I'm editing this video, I don't look back and be like, wow, I suck. Anyway, on with what we're doing in today's video. It involves my computer, and that is a Q&A. I now have a community tab on my YouTube channel, and I asked 4 questions on that. I only got a couple from that, but it's fine. And along with that, I also pestered my Instagram followers over the past month for questions, and now I have a handful for this video. Alright, there's going to be a lot of talking in this video, so let me grab my water. You know what, I'm just going to start with the very first one that's on this list. How long have you been wanting to make YouTube videos? Well, I created my YouTube channel, I think in 2011. No, 2014. I made my account in 2014. How old was I? That is the most simplest math on the face of this planet, and I can't do it. I was 8. Actually, no, I was 7 at that point. I created a YouTube channel when I was 7 years old. And I know that before that, I had kind of the want to make a YouTube channel, as at that point, I really liked watching this YouTuber called Sarah Beauty Corner. I don't think she posts on that account anymore, but she was definitely a huge inspiration. And I had talked with my mom about making a YouTube channel, and she was very skeptical at first, but I managed to convince her to let me make one, and so I did. And when I learned that you could do YouTube for a living, I think that's when my motivation increased, because I really wanted to do that. I've wanted to make YouTube videos ever since I was 6 years old, and now I am 16, so it's been 10 years. What job do you want to have when you're older? Do you want to continue YouTube? I mean, yeah, I want to continue doing what I'm doing now with my website and my art and making YouTube videos, I don't know, it resonates with me and it feels like a part of who I am because I've been wanting to do it for so long. And I don't know, doing YouTube is a very good way for me to express different ways of doing things because I can experiment with what I want on YouTube, and also I edit the videos all myself. It's a different form of creativity for me.
My microphone is having a minor stroke. There's two pieces to it, one that's connected to the camera and one that is connected to me. One of them's charged and one of them isn't. So it's gonna go on microphoneless, and I apologize, that's kind of annoying. This is the third time I'm answering this question because my microphone kept messing it up. What color would you dye your hair if you were to dye your hair? There's a hairstyle that if I had the patience to grow out my hair, and I'm still undecided about whether I want to do this hairstyle, I would have red underneath it, and I've seen that kind of style before and I really liked it. I've had my hair have blue highlights in it before, but I don't know. I think I just want to experiment with different colors in my hair because why not? You know, if mom would let me dye my hair. What inspired you to start making and selling your art and jewelry? About a year ago, I posted a video here on YouTube featuring my grandma. She passed away a couple months back, but through my entire life, I've always wanted to be like my grandma and make art as good as my grandma. So I think through my life, she was one of my main inspirations. Mariah Elizabeth has also been a huge inspiration throughout my life to create and sell things. Multiple years back, my mom used to work at this place and they had vendors come in every once in a while and sell things. And she had made friends with this woman who was selling her handmade jewelry. And she gave me a jewelry tree that, ooh, hello? She gave me a jewelry tree that I still have to this day. And I think she was also one of my inspirations. She was like, you can make your own jewelry and we have the stuff for it. And so I think that was kind of the spark that lit it off, was selling my jewelry. So yeah, I think those three people were my main inspirations to start making and selling my art and jewelry. What's your favorite sport / do you play any sports? I do, actually. I am not a super athletic, sportsy person. I am not a sports person. I am not interested in sports. I don't watch sports. I don't get sports. But the only sport that I actually care about is because I'm pretty good at it, is volleyball. I recently joined a volleyball league and I don't know, it's been really fun. I've grown and I enjoy it. Volleyball is fun, and that's my active exercise. I don't do any other form of exercise. I'm not a competitive volleyball player, I just play it for fun. How many paintings have you done? Oh boy, I have no idea. We want to count all the old ones and all of the ones that are hidden in the depths of my closet that I don't want to talk about. I have no idea. There are 16 on the wall over there. Oh, 17 right here. 18 is the big one. And there's so many more scattered throughout the house. I don't even want to know how many, to be honest. There's so many. Where do you live and what do you like about it? Well, I live in Arizona, in the United States of America. I don't know, the weather's pretty good. Besides the fact that it's really blazing hot, we don't get blizzards, we don't get tornadoes, we don't get hurricanes, like, we do get monsoons though. Those can be rough, but it's nothing compared to a hurricane. It does get really, really hot, but this is why we have air conditioning, so Arizona's fine. This is where I grew up. I've never lived anywhere else, but I also don't see myself living anywhere else. How were you able to handle criticism so well? I grew up with 6 older brothers. I don't even know what to say. I feel like that's all you need to know. It's gotten to the point where my brothers have raised me in a way where I take no crap from anybody, and I also just don't care. Most of the time when I'm given criticism or hate, I just laugh at it. I'm like, imagine not having a life. I don't know. I mean, every once in a while they get to me. It always depends on what it is or how I'm feeling that day. I don't know. That's just how I was raised, and how I've learned to figure out myself is I don't really take criticism from other people unless I ask for it. If I don't ask for it, then I don't care. Favorite Greek god? I'm a mythology nerd. I'm a book nerd. The only reason why I like the Greek mythology is because I'm a book nerd. I have my Rick Riordan books over there on the shelf. I would be a child of Hades. If I was a demigod, I know that much, but I don't know if Hades is my favorite god. Heck, I don't even know if I have a favorite god. Let's see, it's definitely not Zeus or Hera. We do not like Zeus or Hera. Nope. Hephaestus? I like Hephaestus. I don't know if he's a favorite, but I do like him. And mostly when I talk about the Greek gods, I'm talking about like Rick Riordan's, the way he's done mythology and stuff. Continuing the mythology, what is your favorite mythical creature? You know, I've always been obsessed with unicorns, okay? But also, like, there's so many cool things. I feel like I had one, and I just don't remember the name of it. There's also so many different mythologies, like, I don't know if I'd be able to just pick one mythological creature from one mythological myth. I feel like I don't have favorites on things, I just hyperfixate on things. I don't have a hyperfixation on a mythical creature right now. If anything, it was a dragon, but that's kind of basic. I don't know, I like reptiles. I want a snake. What is your goal in life? To get a snake. My goal in life, to be happy. I've struggled a lot with my happiness. It's just to be happy. Find someone who makes that happiness greater and have someone that I can be close to. Have a family, continue doing what I'm doing, love what I'm doing, be happy with my surroundings, be happy with myself, accept myself, accept my surroundings and things around me. I think that's my main goal in life, I suppose. Who's your favorite sister-in-law? My sister-in-law asked that one. Chris, if it makes you happy, you're my favorite sister-in-law. But I also tell that to all my other sister-in-laws, so. Love you guys. If you could meet anyone, who would it be? Mariah Elizabeth. Mariah Elizabeth, if you don't know who that is, I mention her a lot on this channel. She is another creator on YouTube, and like I said in a previous question, she's one of my biggest inspirations. I would really like to meet her. I don't know, she just seems like a really fun person. I'd love to meet her someday. That would be really cool if I could meet her. Your favorite music without any lyrics in it? I love to play video games. I have a playlist on Spotify. It basically has a bunch of rearranged video game soundtracks. It doesn't have any lyrics because most video game soundtracks don't have words. What got you into art? I feel like this will be a really repetitive answer because I answered like what my inspiration was. I've always done it my whole life. Like I said, my grandma was definitely an inspiration, along with my brother. He never draws anymore. He did not super often, but often enough when he was my age, and I would draw with him at the table all the time, and I always wanted to draw with my brother because he was better than I was, and I was like, I want to draw my brother, you're better. He definitely helped push me to doing art. He got me my first sketchbook. Continuing with things that inspire me, what things that inspire your art? Not inspire me, inspire my art. A lot of the time, the things that inspire my art is my emotions that I'm feeling. 85% of my paintings are based off of something that I was feeling at that moment or like a journey that I was experiencing. Here, let me show you some examples. This was towards the beginning of the year when my mental health was really, really, really bad. I made my pain into something beautiful. A lot of my paintings are results of a coping mechanism. This one was representing a personal milestone. This one represents my journey through a toxic relationship. I made this one thinking about a person that I cared about a lot. This one represents another kind of personal milestone. I finished this soon after I came out of the closet. I could go on and on about the meanings of my paintings. Maybe that's the video I could post on Patreon. Speaking of my paintings meaning things to me, what is your favorite art piece you've made and why is it so special to you? Most of the ones that are on this wall back here are my favorite ones because they are so meaningful to me. Ricky Mistake had been my favorite for a while. I mean, I still really like it, but I think I like some other ones better. The Color of Chimes is definitely one of my top ones. If there were any that I wanted to put in a gallery or something, it would probably be The Color of Chimes. It's also the one on the back of my business card, so I really, really like Planetary Eyes. I Fixed the Sun. Those two are definitely two that I really like. I think those two are my favorite, and then Clean Autumn Months is currently like a favorite of mine because of the meaning behind it. If you were an animal, what would you be? I've thought about this question before. Apparently my spirit animal is like a crow or something, but that was like 6 years ago when I took that test. So, wow, I just said 6 years ago and my brain went to thinking I was 8 6 years ago, but I was 10 6 years ago. Oh, that's strange. How about I take a what animal am I? What animal would you be test right now? I would become the leader of a global republic and make the world a better place under my rule. Doesn't sound like you'd make it a better place. If you were stuck in a cave without light for a whole year, what would you do to keep yourself from going insane? I would play chess with myself. In my head. I would have imaginary conversations with my family and friends. Try to get out of the cave. I have a life to live. What is the most important rule to follow in life? Listen. Look before you leap. Actually, no. Listen before you speak. Oh, will it not let me choose listen before? Dang it. Which of the following is on your bucket list? Writing a novel. Working on that. You know, if you follow me on Patreon, you might know what my plans are for that. What animals are you most afraid of? Wasps, lizards, ravens. Yes, humans are the most scariest, deadliest predator on the earth. Seriously, how many questions does this have? Oh, I'm an eagle. Once again, a type of bird. Guess that answers the question of what animal I would be is a bird. Bird of some sort, I guess. Well, that was a fun little tangent. What art programs do you use? When I used an iPad, I couldn't download Procreate because the iPad is really old. I used Metabang. Did I use Metabang? Is that what it was called? No, I used Ibis Paint. And then I got this computer and I bought myself from Christmas money last year a digital drawing pad. And now I use Krita. And that is the art program that I use currently. Who is your favorite artist? I feel like we already know this. It's Mariah Elizabeth, okay? That's like modern artists. I don't know about... I've been currently really interested in Andy Warhol and his stuff is, I don't know, really inspiring. So right now, I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but I'm definitely hyperfixating on Andy Warhol. What are the colors you prefer to paint with? I used to paint with a lot of really desaturated and sad colors. I don't have a specific kind of colors that I prefer to paint with. A lot of the colors and the things that I do represent something. I also have what's called synesthesia, which basically is when you hear music or certain words, or you see colors. You see colors in a pattern or shapes, and that's usually how I find the colors for different paintings. What/who is your favorite musical artist/band? I have always loved 21 Pilots. Right now though, I've been listening to a lot of Ice Peak, which is, I'm pretty sure she's Russian. It's definitely a different genre. My music taste is really, really interesting. You scroll through my main playlist and boy oh boy, there's a lot in there. What are 5 things you like most about yourself? I like my confidence. I like my outfits. I'm proud of myself and how far I've come to accept and love myself. My energy, my extrovertedness. I'm an ambivert, and usually I can be an introvert. I prefer to be at home, but then when I'm around my clique of friends, then my extrovert comes out and then I have to recharge afterwards. I like my talents. Oh, but I want more. I like my singing voice. I got 6. You got a bonus thing that I like about myself. All right, the last question. What advice do you have for beginners who want to become an artist? Just do it. I think that's my advice, is to just leap. Just go for it. You want to be an artist, you already are an artist, but to do something with it and to share it with others, just do it. Just go for it. Talk to people who are successful, talk to people who aren't as successful, learn from them. Trust yourself is also a big one. Trust in your process and trust in yourself and accept yourself. I think that's my advice. And that's also all of the questions. This is actually really a lot of fun. I did do a lot of talking and I need some water now, but I didn't realize how enjoyable making a Q&A would actually be. I feel like you guys know me more now. Like, I don't know, I feel closer to you when you're literally just a phone on a tripod. And I hope to also grow closer to you through Patreon. I have so many things planned for 2023. I'm literally so excited. I hope you are here to stay on my adventure of figuring out myself and figuring out what I want to do and supporting me through Patreon, through my website, and buying prints and jewelry and paintings and things, and also just watching these videos. Watching these videos are free. It means a lot when you comment or like, more than you probably think it does. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That would mean a lot, and then you can continue watching my videos and seeing my amazing self. Just thank you guys for being with me. I will see you next week, and I hope you have a fantabulous rest of your day. Wait.
Bye!
Here, do you want some helium?